Welcome to Redvee TV's Instant Reaction, supported by Chapel House Cars for the 2025 season, following Saints' 40-0 victory here this evening at the Totally Wicked Stadium.
Say that again.
Welcome to the Redvee TV Instant Reaction, supported by Chapel House Cars for the 2025 season, as we reflect on Saints' 40-0 victory here at the Totally Wicked Stadium this evening against the Catalans Dragons. Is that all right for you?
Beautiful.
I said on the Redvee TV show this week, Kevin, Saints would win 11 out of the next 12. I have revised my opinion.
I've heard it.
We're winning a lot.
We all have.
No, but you can only beat what is put in front of you. And after playing in that heat at the weekend, flying back to France, coming back for the game here on Thursday night, we should be doing that. But all too often this season, we haven't.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, obviously it was tough for Catalan at the weekend having the semi-final, but when Saints were in semi-finals and then having a short turnaround, we weren't using that excuse and other teams weren't accepting that excuse from us. So, as you said yourself, we can only beat what's put in front of us. You know, we've won 40-0. We've scored some great tries tonight. We've maybe left a couple out there for being hypercritical, but the defence was great, the attitude was great. In the last couple of minutes, 40-0 up, and we're defending a line like we're 4 points up. And that's what we want to see week in, week out. A lot of players put their hands up tonight that perhaps haven't been in the last few weeks. So, no real complaints tonight. I thought it was an all-round, really, really solid performance.
Yeah, listen, credit where credit's due. I think we've been critical of Alex Walmsley in recent weeks because his performances have been poor. Thought tonight, absolutely fantastic. Held onto the ball well, drove it well, created gaps. But I think the thing that summed it up for me tonight was 40-0 up, 3 minutes to go. They make a break down the right-hand side, and Alex is putting his foot down to get back and make the tackle.
Yeah, I think sometimes you're more critical for the ones that you really love, aren't you? And you feel like you can be. That's just what we want to see from Alex. Just keeping hold of the ball, not trying any silly offloads, running the ball in hard. I mean, he is still our top. I think he's still our top meter maker this year in the forwards. Anyway,
I think, yeah, has the issue always been just the errors?
Yeah, probably. Probably after how many years? Yeah, it is, and the errors. And the errors have been obviously highlighted more because teams have ended up getting better field position and scoring off the back of them as well. All round, that's what we needed to do tonight. Balanced with the fact that I think Catalan are probably the worst team I've seen down here, other than Salford reserves.
Yeah. Also want to mention as well, Big Al's filthy offload for Whitby's hat-trick try. Absolutely glorious.
But it was fired out at the strength of 1,000 suns for him to hold on to.
Yes.
But yeah, he still needed to do it, but he's doing it in the right places. Yeah. Do it in the 20 when you've earned the right to go forward. Yeah. We talk about discipline, we talk about honesty. When you get the right to play rugby, which we did, we earned the right to be able to do things tonight, and as much as they were absolutely terrible. We're doing them in the right areas. You look at, say, Curtis Siren, another one who probably hasn't been at his best past couple of weeks.
Playing against his brother.
Yes. But hasn't probably had his best couple of weeks, but he's looking for the offload all the time in the right place, not trying to overdo things.
I think when we picked the team this week on the show, we nailed the 1 to 13. And obviously, Tristan Saylor moving to the wing where he's not under pressure to be the creator. And you can just allow him to gain that little bit of confidence. And I thought he went really well tonight.
Yeah, and obviously he set up the first try, held his width well, but then stepped inside and burst away, showed that pace. Defensively did his job as well, right at the end as well, preventing a potential try. So, you know, he's done very, very well. It's difficult for him. We've all been critical that he's not made the impact. But obviously he's coming to a new country and he's now playing in a different position. So, you know, he's got stick for previous performances. Tonight, he scored a lovely try, played very, very well. So we've got to take a hat off to him. He's done the job for us tonight, and he should be proud of his performance, I think.
Right. Is the saying, one swallow doesn't make a summer?
Yes.
Yes.
Get in. So, one performance doesn't make everything right. No. But that's got to be some sort of baseline for us moving forward.
It's got to be. A couple of years ago, and I referenced it when we played round 2 against Huddersfield. I think I gave us a 7 out of 10, and people were saying, no, that was a great performance. Let's not get too carried away with that.
Yeah.
It was a good performance, and there were some things that we could do better, but there were things that we'd fixed up there. We need to maintain that. Yet we've got a couple of easy games coming up. Huddersfield away, you'd be looking at and thinking
towards your 11 after 12,
7 or 8, yeah. You're looking at you should be getting wins on some of these games, but we've got to keep doing it game after game after game. We can't just do it tonight.
It's got to be a catalyst for a good run and similar performances and similar attitude, not just in attack but in defence as well. We do that week on week, then we will see the results. Perhaps even the results that you've predicted. You never know.
Well, Matt Whitley failed his HIA tonight, so he's obviously going to be out next week. Opportunity for Noah Stevens maybe to come in on the bench.
Yeah, I think so. Put a bigger lad on the bench and you'll probably rotate Morgan Knowles at 13, unless he's got to go in the second row, because we're down on troops there, aren't we?
Yeah. And you mentioned the possibility of Percy moving to second row, which he's done before.
I didn't.
Yeah, he's done it. Hulk
I'm going to say Percy was tremendous tonight. 10 out of 10 performance, Kevin?
8.
He's
got an 8, yeah.
Hey, listen, the man of the match get an 8 as well. He's a hard taskmaster.
Are you watching or are you coming on?
Yeah, I just want to say, my little boy is playing, rugby, Liverpool Lions.
Yes,
so,
Liverpool Lions.
Yeah. So he's playing rugby, for around 2 years around. So he loved to watch, the Saints games. Excellent. And we all the time try, to bought the new, sets, and it's absolutely fabulous, honest to God, cause he's upset with that,
you haven't told us the boy's name yet.
Emmanuel.
And what position does he play?
He's playing rugby, so he's in year 4 and Leamington Primary School.
Okay.
And around might be, a week ago. So the Leamington Community Primary School came down and it was 400 people, 400 kids. And only their team won. So it was Emmanuel, Clay, Jack, Alice and Jacob.
So remember the names.
400 kids.
Remember the names. Potential future Saints Emmanuel. Make sure next time you come down to a game with him, you bring him on.
You know what? He was up the moon. He was like, "Mom, I need to go. Mom, I need to go." I was like, "Yeah."
That's the next generation.
And that's what it's all about. Community, growing the game.
I know. They're only 9. You know what I mean?
So
the only 9.
A future Saint from potentially the Liverpool Lions, which would be a good one.
Absolutely, Liverpool Lions. Honest to God, now it's like 22 kids, in a group like EU 9.
We've met some of the coaches down from the Liverpool Lions. Good.
They've been, on that time like weeks ago, so it was like a foundation, and the Saints were there, so it was absolutely.
Well, make sure tomorrow, Redvee TV on YouTube, watch it back and he's got his shout out. Lovely to meet you.
I don't want to be there.
Right, we're out.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice to see you.
And you.
Good to see
Thank you very much.
See you later.
Where are we?
We're on about Percival, I think.
Percy.
Somebody's going to be in our comments going, Liverpool Lions, bloody Scousers again. If it's not Everton, it's Liverpool Lions.
Yeah.
Liverpool Lions, rock on.
Yeah, I think we've been talking about Percy. We've been talking about people who done well tonight. I mean, Percy always does well. I know I'm saying that he got an 8 and George Whitby only got an 8 as well. But that's because when I've done my scores, I'm not getting carried away with it. Yeah. I'm not going over the top.
No,
I mean, it's better than the 3s and 4s I've been throwing out.
Yeah.
We look balanced across the field. I think Dean Cross went well as well.
I think Lewis Murphy did.
Yeah.
Lewis Murphy
Good
looked,
finish as well.
Yeah, and he looked like he was confident after his injuries. He looked like running the ball in. That was what we're expecting from Lewis. I know there's been talk about our wingers, and we've seen little bits where people have said Lewis Murphy would be one they'd drop. I don't see how you do. He's got pace and he looks like he's hitting his stride, and hopefully he can stay injury free for the rest of the year.
Listen, I think if there was anyone doubting that the players have down tools on Wello, I think tonight the attitude and what they shows that they're still playing for him. It's a welcome reliever for Wello. I listen. Again, it's one game, and I've said I've looked at that run of fixtures, and I don't see the point in changing the coach at this moment in time. What we do next season, it remains to be seen. But for now, listen, let's go on a run of games. Let's put some points on the board and just let's see where it takes us.
Well, this is it. I mean, we've all had our opinions on the position we've been in and Wello's future. And I mean, I hope I am entirely wrong, because obviously I've said before perhaps we should move him on, and there's been justifiable reasons for that. But every one of us here, everyone in that stadium tonight, would love nothing better than Wello to turn it around. And, you know, we have a successful end to the season, because it would mean so much to him, and I think I'm delighted for him tonight. He'll enjoy that victory tonight. And
listen, I think the only thing that keeps him in a job is a trophy at the end of the year.
I think so.
Yeah, but have you not already made your decision by that point? I think what we alluded to it on the show midweek. What I would do if I was in charge, what I want to happen as a fan, and what I think will happen are three different things. And the middle one of them, what I want to happen is, I want you to be right and us win the next 12 games. And us win the next 12 games, playing well and having a strong opposition coming at us. And I know not all the opposition will be. But when we play Leeds, playing well against them. When we play Hull KR, them not resting too many before the cup final. And
Rest a lot.
No, but
To be honest, you beat Wire.
Well, we do, but
yes.
No, like, because I want the challenge. I don't want it to be we've only won because. I want it to be we've won because we've been playing well.
Bit of both.
Yeah.
It's good to see Wello come round tonight. Take the Cleveland fans. And I thought the fans were good tonight.
100%.
There was probably a lull when Catalans started getting a foot back into it and they started throwing things at it. I felt there may well have been a lull, but on a Thursday night, we know fans to really bounce off. You're right, our fans were a credit to themselves.
There was no negativity in the ground tonight, and the fans got behind them, which is why I was probably a little bit surprised to see Jack Wellsby head straight down the tunnel at full time immediately.
Yeah, a little disappointing that. It may well be. There's been a couple of opportunities there on our left edge where he's not thrown the ball out, and on another day, Lewis Murphy, Dion Cross going for a couple more tries. A couple of his kicks, like short kicks, didn't quite work as well. Maybe there's a bit of disappointment there. If it's anything more, I'd hope that that's the last week of it. And at Huddersfield, we seem in front
line
of the
drawn.
fans. Yeah, exactly. Because that's what you don't want a player.
It's a lover's tiff.
Yeah, you don't.
We have them occasionally, don't we, Kevin?
We always have them. Yeah.
And here I am, stuck in the middle with you.
Yeah.
Listen, I just wanted Dion Cross to go the length of the field so we could use the hot cross run.
Yes, and dear readers, the amount of puns Dave and I came up with regarding Cross, which we won't bore you with.
I won't even sing Blazing Squad Meet You at the Crossroads, whatever it's called.
Yeah, please.
Whatever it's called. You were serenading us in there with it. Whatever it's called.
I like your use of the word serenading. That's
The worst part is Junior Redvee
generous.
thinks we're talking about like the Beatles here. Right,
Yes.
Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and we will catch you next week with Laurel and Hardy. Catch you soon. I don't know what you are.